Let's give today's teaching. In this morning, when we do the circulation mandala, I give you guys some topic about this. Actually, this teaching still followed those topic about the order of our practice. Yeah, and this teaching they strictly follow the teaching from Master Tsongkhapa. Master Tsongkhapa borrowed some teaching from Adisha, the great Banjida from Bangladesh to Tibet to give the new school we call Sama. Yeah, the old school we call Nyingma. Then the Nyingma for almost 1,000. Then at that time the king destroyed all this school. Then the Nyingma was going to the secret practice state for several, almost 200 years. Then the king from Ali, in the north of the Tibet, seal himself to raise the same head of her head, same size of her head, of her whole body, the golden coin. Then he used this coin to send his prime minister to Bangladesh to invite this Hadisha master to Tibet to set up the new school, so we call Sama. And now the Sama including the Gaji, the Sakya, and Guru. Actually, at that time there's no Guru. There's Gadang. But Gadang gets a little bit corrupted. Then the Master Tsongkhapa can reform the Gadang. Then they change the name as Guru. The character of Guru is they strictly follow the Guru's step, one by one to practice. So it's like a highly organized church. And the other three schools, there's some organized, but not so highly organized. Most of them, they practice alone, like me. Yeah, they didn't join the very large group like a Guru. But Guru is not. Guru, now in Tibet, in China, Tibet, Chinese control the Tibet. There is 6 great Gompa, 6 great monasteries. And this great 6, then each of them have a sub-branch. Then the sub-branch have sub-sub-branch. It's like a Roman Catholic. Then the whole organized get set up. And they funded by the headquarters. And the board of each temple was assigned by the headquarters. So it's like a church organized. And the other 3, most of the temple was run by his head Rinpoche. It's like we call Tuku. Tuku set up, raise some money, set up this temple, then set up we call Dharma hall. Other lamas, other lay people around them, if they want to come, just come, like us. They didn't control, I'm sorry, I don't want to use the control this word. They didn't organize their daily life. Yeah, like now our situation. Yeah, each Saturday and Sunday, before there's also Friday. You guys, if you have some time, just come, join together, then do the meditation, teachings like this. But I didn't ask, okay, you must do it, or you must not do it. No. Different one. But Guru control this. No, organize this. You must follow the order of this. Actually, it's good because they can, control the most of the assets, most of the resources to set up very big monastery. Then promote the Dharma very well. The shortcoming is there's some, how to say, someone didn't like it. Someone want the freedom for their own to practice. But this school didn't give you a lot of freedom to choose. If you join, you must follow the order from us. Otherwise, you have to go. It's like a different balance, right? So different school choose different one. For me, I choose, my family belongs to Sakya, but I also choose a lot of teaching from Nyingma. I go to the Nyingma Academy, and I follow several masters of Nyingma. Why? Because this maybe is the character of your personal character, right? And we can say the different personal character actually is a reflection of your own karma. So I have my own karma. So my personal character is like a little bit strong. I don't want to follow some order from some guys because I don't know he or she already got enlightened or not. So I don't want to take that risk. So I just follow order from my guru. That's fine. Then I practice for myself. But still, both of the different style, both of the two style, you have to follow the Master Tsongkhapa's teaching on the step for practice. This is the very, very truth for Dharma practice. The first step, like we discussed this morning, is the faith. You must have your own faith on the Buddha himself, on the Dharma, on the Lama, the Guru, the school you choose. So there's three jewelries. You must have the faith on three jewelries, not dot at all. If you have only even tiny dot on the three jewelries, you will face a lot of obstacles. Maybe it's not at the beginning, but if you walk on the piece, if you walk on the roads, go further and go further and go further, then a lot of obstacles will come out. Yeah. So faith is very, very important. And it's not the only Buddhism character. Actually, Catholic also announced this, right? The faith is so important. I know I go to some church when I was young. In China mainland, there's a mention, a very large character on the door. It's first have faith. Then you have the wish. You wish you get liberated or you get saved by the law. Then you have the law. The law for yourself, the law for all beings. Actually, same for us. We must have the faith at the first step. If you don't have faith, you cannot walk so long. You cannot go further and further until you meet the final freedom. You get enlightened. But how to get the faith? It's very hard to say. Different person have different personal character, as I have said. For me, the faith comes from the very early education on the Buddhism and the family surrounding background. And some of them come from the suffering of mind. And the suffering, I think, is very, very important. Even you're born into a very highly recognized Dharma practitioner family, but if you don't have any suffering, you live just like a prince and princess, you cannot renounce this so good living to be a Dharma practitioner. Right? So, for us, if we meet the final end of our life, we will give the wish for our further incarnation. We don't pray for the very good, very, very high social society, like a royal family, such as this, because they are so rich, they are so lucky to get everything they want, and they think it's like I must get it, right? Because I'm a good guy, I'm good, blah 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 blah. So I need to get it, and I should get it. No one can, or no one should refuse us. And this character belongs to the God realms. So that's why we don't want to reborn in the God realms. He still pray to be reborn as a humans. In good family, of course, but not so high social level. Because at that high social level, you meet a lot of duties on these levels. And you will find it out you have no any freedom to practice. This one. The other hand is you can get whatever you want, like a God realms. Then you don't want to renounce this world. You think you so enjoy this world, so enjoy your life. Why I should renounce? Well, I should get rid of all of this to be a lonely and suffering solitary retreat practitioner. Right? So the previous life karma is so important. Actually, from my own point, the real family's background is not so good for truly Dharma practitioner. And it's because it's a heavy burden. Good incarnation is you should be born in the Buddhist background family. Then you have some asset to support your life. You don't need to run all of your time to earn a lot of money to get blah blah blah. Then you have spare time to study from very early time. Then you will realize it's enough. One meal a day is enough. Then you can save that money, you can save that time for Dharma practice. Step by step, of course, still you will meet a lot of suffering because even you're born as a real family, nobody can escape the death, the old age. Right? No one can accept this. So everybody must and should be meet these obstacles and realized, like Buddha Shakyamuni himself realized, even as a prince, he had to be die, and he should be old age, very early, ugly face, ugly body condition, whatever, blah blah blah, and get sickness. Then you will think about this. So I think suffering is very, very important for us to create it in your face. Mahayana school have a very famous saying about this. All the suffering in your life is a medicine for your Dharma life. So your suffering is your savior. Yeah. When I was young, I was sent to the Chinese mainland, a very big monastery academy. I studied. They beat me a lot. I was a lot of suffering at that place. Actually, at that time, I hate those monastery place. Each day I want to escape from that. Then I was catch up, I stand back, hate again. Yes. Now, when I look it back, I say thanks for that great masters. Yeah, because but this kind of suffering, I learn a lot. Not just the teaching, and learn the meaning behind the teaching. I realized, oh, I'm not so good to be blah blah blah. I still should be learning a lot. Not just the name and title. I should be learning a lot to support your name and title. Then I grow up. Of course, there's a lot of suffering again, more suffering about this. So I realized more deeper about this. Finally, I set up the face. There's no doubt at all. And during my retreat, there are several things happen, like for your Westerner, like miracles. It happened to me, yes. When the summertime, I sit on the entrance of the key. Then I read the sutra book. The sutra was separated, just one page and one page. I open the robe, then put it on a small table. The very heavy blow it out. Then outside is the mountains. Is the it's falling down. Suddenly I was got crazy. Then I cried and I pray. I said, if I'm in protectors and this kind of my idiots. So if you guys truly exist, then send all the papers back. So I was crying. Maybe half an hour, I wake up, I find it out. They all blow back into the key. Then I pick it up, and set it. There's fingers. Then I find that no one got out. Yeah. It's like a miracle. Yeah, you call miracle, but it's the result of your faith. From then on, I never felt the existence of the Buddha and Bodhisattvas and Dharma protectors. Because if you practice, keep that practice always, then Bodhisattva and Dharma protector, Bodhisattvas, and Buddha himself always come down with you. Maybe at the first time, at the first stage, you cannot feel it or see it or touch it. But step by step, you can feel it. You can feel the existence. You can feel the protection from them, the help from them. So this is a faith. Actually, like I have told you before, why faith is so important? Because faith is a bridge between our ordinary existence and the divine existence of Buddha, Bodhisattvas, those angels, those divine beings. If they cannot create it, very strong faith, that means they cannot create a very stable bridge to cross these sufferings, to cross this five sense created world. They still believing this word is the stable word, it's a truly word, but actually it is not. It's just the five elements reflection. And what is the five elements itself? Five elements is the five Buddha mother. The earth, water, fire, then they are all Buddha mothers. They all come from Paraparamita. Paraparamita is what? Is the Buddha mother. It's the fifth, the higher one. So we call ether. From this ether, get reflection. Like there's a sun. It's coming out of the sunlight. Then the sunlight goes into the earth, there's some shadows. And we are the shadows. Yeah, it's just example. After this, if we can create it, like you now, you get it. Then, from time to time, at first, randomly, you can feel the blast from this samsara, from this Nirmanakaya, and then Sanhogakaya, then Dharmakaya. Because you have this faith, you created a stable bridge, then your five senses got extended. Now we are human eyes. We just from here I can saw the thing on the Midland Avenue. But if you have enough faith, you can saw very, very far away things. It's like superpower. But superpower is what? Superpower is just a result of your faith. Superpower is not the destination of us, just a byproduct of our Dharma practice. If you get enough faith, then move on, move on, move on. You always keep practice. You get this like powers. But actually, this power is nothing. If you just get these powers, it's very dangerous. You use these powers to do the wrong things. And if you do these wrong things by your own powers, the bad karma created, then you go back to your primordial time, even to the manners time, to the lower realms. So, if you have the faith, second step, you should realize how can you get the faith? Because we have suffering. Then you will think about it. It's not only you have suffering. Your mother, your father, your son and grandson, your grandmother and grandfather, your friends, your colleagues, your roommates, your neighbors, all communities, all the entire city, all Toronto, all Canada, all world, all everybody, every beings, all beings have suffering. Then, if you realize this, suddenly you can create a compassion. So, what's that compassion means? Compassion means you find it out your own living the suffering, and you find it out all your loved beings living the suffering too. You feel pity for this. You feel pain for this. You try to save yourself. At the same time, you try to save the whole world. Then compassion coming out. That is compassion. So compassion is the second one. And still very, very important. Very, very important. So that's why we should always create some good habit to see others, to help others at least, and then save others. Donate some coin to homeless, donate to church temple, donate to charities, save the small animals, relieve the animals which will be killed by other person. Right? So they are all very important. Always do these things. Keep it like a habit. Then a good merit accumulate. Then what's the result of the good karma accumulate? Good karma accumulation will result one thing, that is the reason. Of course, compassion. Same. If you have enough compassion, you will always do this. And the result of the good merit accumulation is a wisdom. What's a wisdom? Wisdom is not just knowledge. It's not just acquiring a lot of knowledge as a scholar. Of course, being a scholar is very good. Each Lama should be a scholar at first. Each day I read a lot of books. Yeah, at daytime, you guys didn't come. Most of my time separate two. One practice, then the reading. I read a lot of books. Yes. Because I will know this word. I will know the theory behind this word. Why the Dharma say this? Why did it say that? I understand. But it's not enough. Knowledge acquiring is not enough for the liberation. Otherwise, all the professors, all the scholars in the university, the PhD, got liberated, but actually not. So practice is the most important thing. But how to practice? You guys cannot always hang on with your Lama, with your Guru, with your monks, like me. I followed my Lama several years. Yeah, I have several Lamas. My primordial Lama is my uncle. So I learn a lot from him. But still, I will separate this. Right? I grow up as a Lama, then I set up my own temple. Then I will teach my own students. Sometimes I will give a call to ask some help for explanation. But he didn't give me the answer. asked me to do the practice. At the beginning, I confused for that. I said, I cannot understand this, and you don't want to give me answer. How can I deal with this? Then my Lama said, keep that question in your mind. Then practice. If you practice well, the answer will get out automatically. Because you will find it out, your heart, your mind is your guru. You cannot just hang on with some guy, some human body guy, like a reference. I always go to the reference library. Yeah, I check a lot of books. But still, library is a library. It's not yourself. And yourself, in your mind, there's a lot of reason, knowledge, reference, you can get it. Somehow it's blocked, it's locked. By practice, then it will rebound, it will mute it down, it will get out automatically. Some student asked several times, how? I said, never mind, whatever the mantra you want, whatever the Dharma teaching book you like, just read it and chant it. For example, some guy is like their karma, more like, how to say, mutual, soft character like this, then you can choose Avalokiteshvara, Guanyin. Then you chant Om Mani Padme Hum, like I have said that. Unless you practice Guanyin, the compassion goddess, compassion bodhisattva, very well, you can practice further for the manjushri, the vision bodhisattvas. But what's that thing that is good or not? Is that there are some fingers to catch it up. At least 100 million times Om Mani Padme Hum, you accumulate it. It's not textbook. It's not the test. Okay, you passed B, so you passed. If you get D, you didn't pass, you failed. No. If you accumulate such finger on 100 million times, Om Mani Padme Hum, your own channel chakra will soften. It will get muted. The block will get muted. Then the vision inside gets shining out. But still, your heart chakra cannot open widely, even 100 million times. You still to practice others. But if you can practice that very well, then you are realized, okay, now it's ready, I should move forward. If you follow my tradition, then it's manjushri, peaceful manjushri. It's Arabhajanat. For Arabhajanat, it's not just you chanting Arabhajanat. No, it's not enough. Guanyin is enough. No, it's not just enough. It's good enough to do this. But manjushri, Arabhajana is not enough. You should realize. So chanting is not enough. Because Avalokiteshvara, Guanyin, located here, the throat. So if you just chanting very well, okay, your throat chakra can open successfully. Then through this chakra, get vibration out. You will know this word. You will create enough compassion for this word. But you cannot go down. You cannot go down. So face is here, your brain. It's Om. It's pure white. If you always practice the face, you can create it. You can open your forehead chakra, your third eye chakra. So it's the Om inside, pure white. Then go further, chanting Om Mani Padme Hum, Avalokiteshvara, Guanyin. Then your throat get red white, like a ruby, like a crystal. So you can light the light, inside light out outside blast from Buddha Bodhisattvas in. But it's not enough. If you're just chanting for manjushri, because manjushri is heart chakra. So you will visualize. You will do a lot of things. You will visualize, you will do puja, you will do meditation especially. What kind of puja? Fire puja, smoke puja, water puja, dragon puja, lots of pujas. Because Manjushri is not just Bodhisattva. Manjushri is the old God. It's an ancient God. Ancient Buddha. Manjushri is the teacher of Buddha Shakyamuni and teacher of all these present life Buddhas. So Manjushri is an ancient Buddha. It's not just enough you chanting this mantra, you can awaken it. No. Most important thing is do the meditation. Of course, chanting at the same time. And do the puja for the outside, for the inside. From this, and somebody said, okay, I will do a lot of this according to your word, but still I cannot awaken this. I said, yeah, maybe your character is not fit for the peaceful one. You should start from wrathful at first. So you should go to some Lama, some Rinpoche to get the empowerment for the Yamataka, the wrathful one. Then chanting, do the puja, do the meditation, blah, blah, blah. Then set up this mandala at your heart chakra. If you do it very well, the peaceful and the wrathful Manjushri, then you will find it out. The other Dharma party, Dharma protector coming out to your mind. Manjushri, Yamaraja, Tatsima, all of this. Yeah, Sridhari is coming out. Then you will chant, like this morning, I chanted this. Then you will find it out. You got those protections. You can get a lot of protection from those protectors. You can do a lot of things to save yourself, to protect yourself, to save others, to protect your family, protect your friends, protect a lot of things. Then, at that time, you will find it out. You already very advanced Dharma protection. You can do a lot of things to help others, to improve yourself and improve others to the final level of liberation. At that time, you have the quality to get this superpower. And this time, the superpower is not dangerous. It's not just dangerous. It's not danger. Because you have enough ability to control your superpower. Then you will find it out you already walk into the Bodhisattva's level. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. If you walk in the fifth level, you already get Arahant state. Then coming further. You accumulate. Still the same structure. You face the suffering. Maybe at that time, your own body and life, there's no suffering at all. Because if you get Arahant states, there's no sickness at all. And you can expand your life expectancy very, very long. But you will face the other being suffering. And you get pain again. So you try to help them. Through your power, through your compassion, through your faith, through your vision. You move on. The scope of the group which you can save is larger, expanding. Right? I mean, the scope, the size is not just your temple, your students' number, no. As said, is if you can walk into such high level of Dharma practice, you can save a lot of beings.
You can give teaching to a lot of beings, not just humans, animals, ghosts even, heaven beings. Still, you live in such small Dharma hall, but you can save a lot of things. So this is the truth they should follow. We cannot just back the order. For example, I raised a lot of money. I set up a very big monastery. I attracted a lot of students coming. The whole plaza is my temple. 100, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 like those 100 gathering together. But still, if you don't have enough faith, enough compassion, enough vision, you cannot help them. You just raise a lot of donation, expanded your temple. But finally, you are finding out you cannot help them. The students gathering together, just promoting their business, just to gossip each other, blah, 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 blah. So that's why, actually, it's human nature. Human nature, we cannot avoid it. But if we try to choose the road to save ourselves, save others, you must settle down. Don't live on the words, don't live on the frame, and don't live on the money size. You must settle down to the earth. This earth. We must settle down this earth from ground. Then choose some roads, some master, choose some schools, choose some lama, choose some monk as your teacher. Then step by step, go further and further and further. And on this road, you must look always at the destination of you choose primordially. Because on this road, there's too many things catch you up to the other side. If you open the temple always, somebody always walking. They ask you to do this one, ask you to do that one, ask you to do this one, ask you to do that one. Somebody said, yes, it's kind of helping others, but I don't agree with that. If you are a blind guy, you cannot lead others to the great city. Right? I'm Tibetan have this word. Some blind guy take a horse, also blinded. And the dark, raining, snowing night, we walk to the edge of the mountain. It's a very dangerous situation, but actually most of them are this situation. Most of them cannot create it. What's the importance of your faith? I don't ask you, you must faith on me, on the Buddhism, on the blah, blah, blah. No, you can have any faith. Just this faith beyond this samsara world is good faith. Muslim, Catholic. The other faith is what's that? Bawa. No, what's that? All religions together.
Baha'i.
Baha'i. Yeah, it's also very good. Also very good. Just beyond this samsara world is good enough. We must cross this step out. Then you will find it out. You try to look something beyond this samsara world, beyond the money, beyond the woman, beyond the house, car, whatever, this mortgage, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So beyond this at first. If you walk that step, then you will find it out, okay, your inside vision created. No, it's already there. Your inside vision, how to say, give vibration on yourself. Then you will know, you will get. Somebody said, oh, I heard the word from God. Somebody said, I can feel the light in front of us. It's all good. So follow your heart, follow your mind. Not just follow your head, follow your eyes, touch, smelling, whatever. Follow your mind. It's a different idea. Your mind, not just the heart, beat, beat, blah, 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 blah. No, your mind means the true word from your deep heart. Something, someone can move you, make you crying. Then follow these things, always. Then move on, move on, move on. But this kind of inside voice is come from the divine beings, also come from your karma accumulation situation. So we cannot just jump into the sky and announce, oh, now I'm a Buddha, I'm a Jesus Christ, I'm a prophet like this. No, you must cross on the ground. Clear the bad karma, accumulate good karma, get the knowledge enough, get the inside wisdom out, then step by step, step by step. I know it's very hard, and for some people it will take several lives. But still we have a chance to be liberated in this life. Milarepa, Guru Rinpoche, they all do this. They are liberated in this life. And even now, there's a lot of retreat lamas in Tibet mountains get rainbow body. No one knows that. Two of them is the smith. It's like not blacksmith. It's like one of them is kind of stone. Another one is made of jewelry for the temple, for the Rinpoche. No one knows it's a high-rank Rinpoche. Everybody treat them just like a beggar. Without any respect. Just give a coin, ask them, blah, blah, blah. Then at 80 something, then got rainbow body. Suddenly, everybody realized, oh, I missed the chance. Then go back to bow to the remains. There's no remains. To some the house, very tiny house. Oh, this is a holy place. I should put a lot of flowers. Nonsense. So this world is society. Some country there's just accumulate bad karma, not good karma. But Canada is good, so there's a harmony inside. So we are lucky in living here. We have freedom to practice, and there's no so many killing around us. We have pure energy situation. Yeah, so it's very good. Actually, we are very lucky. We all appreciate this and practice. Yeah, I think it's this week's teaching on this order of the Dharma practice. It's not just repeated. Each time I give teaching, and there is some differences. So you can take a look, thinking, and go back to the website and hear again. Then next week, maybe you can give me some question. I'll give you the folder. I think it's very important is walk on the ground, not just walk on the crowd. I know the ladies always like that words, walk on the crowd. Fly in the sky with the lover, with a lot of rose, with a lot of, like angels. But actually, we cannot do this immediately. Maybe, finally, we can do this. Milarepa, when he turning the 70s, he can fly in the sky. He just run 2 words on this, sorry, a little bit dirty. Saw, yes, on this saw. Then he run very fast, very fast, very fast. On the edge of the mountain, fly. By the power of the mantra, by the power of their chanting this mantra and visualization. So his energy, his chi is so strong, like a sky reality, Zen. Sky. It's not so long time, but several minutes at least. Yeah, it's not a miracle. But from beginning, we will do it. Milarepa set up 4 kind of, stupa, then destroyed by his guru Marapa. Then said it again, said it again. By this suffering, clear all his karma, because he killed by black magic, cure a lot of things, a lot of things. Clear this bad karma. So at the end of his life, he gave 2 teachings to his students, especially Gamboba, the founder of Gaji. One is a word he said like a concluding his whole life. Some poor guy from Mila. Why he called Mila Riba? His hometown is Mila, a small village. Riba means his achievement. He can just wear a shirt in very cold, minor 30, something like this. Right. So he called Riba. A poor guy from Mila, the guy the Riba title. How? In the first half of my life, I do the black karma. The second half of my life, I do the red karma to clean the black karma. Now, I meet the end of my life, I do only karma. Then I get liberated. Such simple words. Just this simple word is a reflection of all this hard worship. And the second teaching he gives Gamboba is his bottom. Yes, he showed the bottom to his student, main student. All the students, all the yogis, all the very large monks and lamas ask, please give me some teaching, secret teaching. He just showed his bottom. Yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know how to say it, it's very, very hard. It's not like a skin, like a rock. He said, do the meditation. Just always do the meditation. This is secret. Without this, you cannot achieve any achievement, even you have all the secret teachings. Secret teaching is the experiment from your lamas, but not you. Like you ask, why I can feel, but I cannot do it itself. I said, because you didn't work so hard like me. I practice through very early morning, 6 something, until midnight. Yeah, maybe I read some book, but not just ordinary reading. If I read some words, I get moved, then I suddenly stand up, sit down, and do meditation. I crying a lot. It's like kind of windows. I broke it. Then I get connection. I get access to the Senhogakaya. The Buddha is coming. I change into. You know what I mean? It's like this. You must find something, someone, some words or some picture, whatever it is, to let you move. It's my secret teaching. Yes. I always give this to all the students. Even maybe second time they didn't come, I still want to give them to. But no one realizes it's so valuable, this. It's not so easy to find something. A music, a movie, some guy, some lady, some clothes, some color, whatever it is, to make you move. Now of society, not just Canadian, Americans or Europe or the Chinese or Japanese or whatever it is, the humans now is so hard like a rock. He cannot move by something. Yes, Buddha said when he meets the final nirvana, he said, this after 500 years, after 1,000 years, after 1,500 years, after 2,000 years, this world will change into a rock. All humans will change into rock. The students, I think some of the students don't believe in these words. And I read this word from a school, Sutra book. At that time I was young. I cannot realize why the human can be changing the rock. Maybe nuclear weapons. But actually now I understand how humans not like a rock. Yes, trust me. Now we just change into like a rock. Because it's so hard to get something to let you move. Maybe you are young ladies, you say some romantic movies, you get moved, they're crying, but now it's very hard for us. So hard to, you saw a movie Go to the cinema, you saw a movie, your neighbor is a young, lovely girl is crying, you say, oh, that's stupid things. Why this happen like that? I don't think it's movie. I don't think it's funny. Or I don't think anything. It's just a movie. Okay. So it's rock. If we always keep that station, we cannot move forward. If you find it out, someone kill someone, you say, okay, it's not my business. Then you go, you're wrong. If you go to some restaurants, some chief just kill the enemy for the crime, you say, okay, it's good. It's just like rock. There's no response. There's no only move the things inside yourself, inside somebody else. So there's no chance at all. We can't live with it. How to deal with this? Just by this. Faith, compassion, and wisdom. If we cannot the three, finally we will change into a rock. That's the teaching for today. Be safe. You are not right. You are very sensitive now.